A paper and a pen because it's time for the college football rapid fire for this Saturday, September 26th. Promo code alert. Don't forget to use SEC. Next time you're on the site, it'll save you 15% off of everything. Craig Trapp, are you ready to rock and roll?
Excited. I mean, who would have thought we'd be in end of September and we're just getting some of these seasons to kick off here? But this is big time football now as we've got the SEC kicking in for real this week.
Yes, it is. So I've got 5 games. We're going to do them in under 5 minutes. Are you ready to rapid fire?
Let's do it.
All right, fire away. This is a first round game. Number 23, Kentucky takes on number 8, Auburn. Weather should not be a factor here. Auburn is -7.5. The total is 50. Fire away.
Well, I think both these teams are actually going to be pretty good this year. So it makes me a little worried that the line opened at 8 and moved down to 7.5 because I liked Auburn at 8. So it kind of makes you, when you see that line movement in the opposite way, what you think. But I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to take Auburn. I think Auburn has a little better defense, and I think Auburn at home gets it done and covers for us.
All right. The next first round game, Kansas State at number 3, Oklahoma. There will be moderate winds, 15 miles an hour to the south. Oklahoma is a 27.5 point favorite. The total is 60.5. Fire away.
Well, when you see totals for Oklahoma, you just have to kind of throw out what you normally would expect in college football because the way Oklahoma's played ever since, when Baker Mayfield is there and Riley took over as the head coach, I mean, these numbers just continue. I mean, they put up 40 to 50 almost every game. So I like the over here at 60.5. I think Oklahoma puts up 40 plus, and I think Kansas State will do plenty against usually what is Oklahoma's defense just gets tired from being out there so much. So I'll take the over. I see it at 60 or 60.5. Make sure you shop that around.
Shop it around. Second round game, Mississippi State at number 6, LSU. Weather's not a factor here. LSU is the favorite, -16.5. The total is 57.
Well, you just remember this LSU team, obviously the national champion from last year, but man, they lost a lot. And then I thought this LSU team would start to reload. Had one of the better receivers in the country, but of course he opted out. Best offensive lineman opted out. I think there's just too many players, and they had more people miss practice time because of the COVID than supposedly any other team. So I'm going to take Mississippi State getting all the points here. The line moved from 19 to 16.5. I think for a good reason. I think Mississippi State is a live underdog here. I don't think maybe they'll just miss out on winning outright, but I do think they cover pretty easily.
You don't got to win, just got to cover. All right, we've got a third round game. Florida State at number 12, Miami. 60% chance of rain, scattered thunderstorms at this game. Miami -11, total is 54.
Well, Miami's looked really, really good going on the road to win at what is going to be, I think, a pretty good Louisville team. And it really was never close. They finally found a quarterback here at Miami. And I think that's been the big thing. Obviously, this defense and the turnover chain and all the stuff that they do on this great defense. And Manny Diaz, now not just the defensive coordinator, now he's the head coach. They've continued it up on defense, and now they have a good offense. Florida State, obviously, not very good. I think they're still a year or two away from improving, which is hard to remember why Florida State could ever struggle with the great recruiting area they have to recruit from. But I like Miami here -11. I know rivalry games usually a little closer, but I just don't think it's going to be close this year.
All right, last one, third round game, number 16, Tennessee at South Carolina. Weather is not a factor. Tennessee -3.5. The total 43.5.
Well, Tennessee is one of those teams that, when you're someone that's in the mid-40s like I am, you remember the Peyton Manning, and then once he left, they won the national championship with T. Martin and how good they were with Philip Fulmer. Of course, now he's the athletic director. They've been through, it seems like, 10 coaches in the last, 15 years. It hasn't been that many, but just seems that way. But I finally think they found a good coach. I think they finally got things on the right footing. I like Tennessee here on the road. I know road favorites in the SEC usually aren't great, but there's no really home field advantage with very little fans in almost all these stadiums. So I'm going to take Tennessee and that 3.5. Also think the under's a pretty good play. I think the South Carolina defense is going to be pretty good, but I don't think their offense will score enough to win here. So I take Tennessee -3.5. I also sprinkle a little on the under at 43.5.
All right. Thanks so much, Craig. That's been your college football rapid fire.